Well, as promised, I have returned to the Nature Center Trail. My last vlog was filmed up there showing the burn scar. Right up there. So this will look familiar right here. We went that way and hiked up in the hills, but today we're going into the trees. I can hear voices in here. There's no cars in the parking lot. So of course it makes me a little uncomfortable. And I've got my pepper spray and my will to live. I've hiked in here before. It's a beautiful hike. But as I've said in the past, because it's so close to the city, can attract some unsavory types. This is quite beautiful and peaceful. Heard somebody yelling, talking loud. I don't see anybody. It's a Wednesday evening. What is today? July 22nd, 2026. Probably already put that on the screen. It's about 7:30 p.m. I just needed to get out for a peaceful hike. I have work tonight at 11:30 at the hospital. There's a lot of these little turnoffs that go back in there. Got my kids, one of them to work and the other one to his mom's house for the night. So my plan is just to do some filming, some hiking. On my way home, I'll grab a pizza and share it with my dog. He likes pizza. He likes the crust. I like the crust too, but I think he likes it more. This is a nice, flat, level hike. So this is the main trail. Just want to peek up in here. The nice thing about living in a place like Ogden is that there are trailheads everywhere. And I live very close to the mountains, so I just have to pick one and take off. I don't even need to bring a whole lot with me. It'd make a nice picture. This grove of trees. The picture isn't doing any justice. So this connects back to the main trail. I wonder what this thing is. We're just kind of exploring. I don't really have an agenda. Yeah, see, stuff like this makes me nervous. What the heck is that? So you got a soap container. This is like Blair Witch from the grocery store. Yeah, I'm not going to hang out in this little grove. That's sketchy. I don't know what that means. Somebody's drug stash. Usually there are a few cars here in the evening and other people on the trail. I love having a trail to myself, but this one in particular, I'd rather see normal, everyday people hiking on it. Might see some graffiti too. It's par for the course. Here's another turn off there. My last video, I realized I had my camera leaned back too far on this harness, and I filmed a lot of the sky. I thought I was filming right in front of me, so this harness idea is new. It's a work in progress. I'm learning as I go. Hopefully this is a little better position for it. We'll hear traffic because the highway's literally right there. It's a very flat trail. Another trail that winds off that way. I just saw a rabbit. Okay, now I have to go up here. A little rabbit just took off up the trail. Isn't it Peter Cottontail that goes hopping down the bunny trail? See, this is what I'm talking about. Don't know where he went. This looks like it winds up towards the mountain. So I think what we'll do is just take this one back to the main trail. I assume that's where this goes. You can't get lost. The highway's right there. But I'm not as familiar with this trail as I am with a lot of other ones in the area. Yeah, see, this is a dead end. Okay, we are going to backtrack. I don't really want to bushwhack. I could cut through there. I don't feel like fighting a bunch of trees. It really sucks that somebody dumped their trash there, but truth is, it's probably a homeless person living here. At least they bagged their garbage, I guess. This is a really nice area. But like I said, really close to the city and attracts some not so nice people. Look at that, those are cattails. Fun fact about these, you can eat the roots. It's a food source, starch. And also makes a heck of a fire starter. This stuff burns really well. So I don't know if you've ever played with these, but give them a twist. These are still kind of green. So when they're a little older, they really fluff up and they just float everywhere. So this is pretty green. Burns easily though. I was going to show you the fluff, but there's not much fluff there. Should take a few more pictures while I'm hiking. It's after 8 o'clock now. Got the sun in the background with the cattails or corn dog plants, whatever you prefer to call them. I always called them cattails. We'll have to try that again sometime when it's later in the year. It's kind of fun to fluff them up and watch them fly everywhere. They do make a good fire starter, but they are very quick burning. They just kind of flash and go. So a natural fire starter, yes, but not a long burning one. Here's our trail sign. Imagine it's all damaged. I prefer having a trail to myself. But as you can see, oh, we got deer over there. I don't know if you can see them. They're straight ahead. They're watching me. I can't zoom in on this camera, or I would. Let's see if I can get their little heads. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Hey guys. How you doing? I think I got a picture of them before they wandered off. I don't know if you can see them on this or not, but they're right in here in the... There's 2 bucks. Hi guys. How are ya? See if I can get another shot. Oh, he turned his head. You okay? Yeah, we're okay. Leave us alone, freak. Yeah, this camera doesn't really zoom well, so I don't know if you can see him moving or not. I'll know when I go to edit the video. So there's a crossroads here. There's a wooden bridge there. I think we'll check that out in a minute. The main trail seems to go this way. If there are deer wandering through here, it means nobody's probably in here. They probably came down from the mountainside here. The presence of cattails means there's water in there. So maybe they're getting a drink. Ooh, spooky dark forest. Still haven't encountered another human. I think the last time I was here, which has been a few years, even though I lived near it, there was actually water flowing through here. Wow, what a cool tree. That's awesome. Wow. It's really humid. Especially after the rain we got last night, finally. I got a lot of rain. But man, that moisture's in the air. I can film these hikes totally silent. Kind of like this. Or I can narrate like I am. If you happen to watch this video, maybe you can comment below if you prefer that I shut my mouth. See, look, it's bone dry. Or if you like the narration. See, that goes up to a rock, a huge rock. It's been tagged. There are crews that will come up here, volunteers, and try to remove the graffiti. Trail goes up around this side. Oh yeah. It's just a place to stand so you can look out that way. That's kind of cool. These burrs, like these things, and they will follow you home and grow in your yard. Gotta be careful not to have them stuck in your pants or your pants or your shirt or whatever. It can cause all kinds of problems. This is a very beautiful hike. I think I picked a good day to come here. It's very peaceful. I do worry. I've worried, though. I've been filming outdoors videos for years on my outdoors channel. And I worry about finding a body. People ask me that all the time. I prefer to be by myself. And people are always asking me if I'm ever afraid of finding a body. A little bit of water in there. I would be more worried about finding it in a place like this than in the middle of the Uinta Mountains or something, because this is close to the city And people have their habits and their addictions. And it would be very possible for someone to hike up in here to use their substances. Can't talk, substances. And overdose. With no Narcan or anything like that. It's become a real problem kind of everywhere, especially with fentanyl being used. Sometimes it can be accidentally absorbed into the skin by like cops and first responders, and even they need to be treated with Narcan. So working in a hospital, I see lots of that. People coming in basically at death's door, not breathing, blue lips. You give them that Narcan, it wakes them right up. And it really pisses them off because you just A, took away their high, and B, has a tendency to make one really irritable upon awakening. So, unfortunate, but it happens. But if I were to find a body, never have, fingers crossed, it would be on a trail like this close to the city, I think. So this continues and becomes the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. I think we'll stick to this. It says to Blackbird Wetlands, north entrance of Nature Center. Yeah, so this will be a loop. We'll take the Quail Trail loop. I just thought of this as the Nature Center Trail, but I guess it's the actual Quail Trail loop. It's hard to say that, Quail Trail. Big beautiful mountains up above us. Maybe we'll cross paths with those deer again if I'm quiet. This is beautiful. Look at this picture. Wow. Very shady. Let's move closer. Yeah, there's no water in here at all. Just a tiny trickle. This isn't a very long hike by any means. It's just about right because I'm starting to get really hungry for that pizza. Oh yeah, see? This just goes right back out to the road. Here's all the houses. You can see all that monsoonal moisture in the air. Maybe it'll rain again tonight. That'd be great. Wow, this really just cuts right back over to the parking lot, I think. So here's our sign. Nature Center North. Bonneville Shoreline Trail. So the Bonneville Shoreline Trail follows along all of these mountains, all of them, all the way down. They're trying to make it connect all the way down to central and even southern Utah. But basically, this is the shoreline of Lake Bonneville up here. Ancient Lake Bonneville that eventually became just the Great Salt Lake, which is in advanced stages of drying up if we don't get some moisture, and that would not be good for our ecosystem. If you live on a coast, east or west, whatever, where the ocean is, you know that all your storms come from the ocean. Well, here in Utah, northern Utah, we still get those storms up here. They make their way up to Utah, but what they do is they settle over the Great Salt Lake and build up momentum and then move. So the Great Salt Lake is that way, so they move this way, and those storms dump all of our water here along the Wasatch Front, and we rely pretty heavily on that. This is beautiful. Getting a lot of nice little trail shots. This is where those deer were. We were up in there, and they came down through here. Must have gone over into that neighborhood. Those people that live over there are probably used to it. Look at this. I've never seen the purple on these. I was hoping we'd run into those deer again, but wish there wasn't so much traffic. I'm used to being in the middle of nowhere with no traffic. The airplanes always seem to find me, though. It's an interesting plant. Ooh, look at that. Got a tunnel with a bridge on the other side. It's never as good on my camera as it is with the naked eye. Problem is the camera tries to compensate for the light, the absence of light. It has all this technology in it, so you miss out on the shadows. Okay, I was worried this was going to go straight back to the trailhead and be really boring ending. So we were up in these trees here, all through there. We just hiked through that. I love the sound of the doves. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Doves are kind of my spirit animal. Whenever I see one, I feel like everything's going to be okay. They have a knack for showing up at the most, the perfect time when I need it the most. All right. Okay, so we're back at the vandalized sign. So that little loop was the actual Quail Loop. Yeah, help if I had read the sign instead of just paying attention to the BB guns and the magic markers. They could repair that, but chances are some D-bag will come along later and do it again. Sad. Frustrating. There's a double row here of tracks. And the only thing I can think of that would make that is like a wagon. One of those heavy-duty camping wagons that you drag through along the trails. It doesn't look like mountain bikes. But you can see that there, I don't know if you can see, but there are two tracks coming right through here. There's big rocks in the way. They would have to lift it here and there, but I've seen people use them, carry all of their camping or picnicking supplies. Hello. How you doing?
First great day for a hike.
It is. It's beautiful in here. I don't know if people want to be on camera or not, so I covered that. I just assume they don't. See, there are mostly good people that come here and hike. It's the sketchy ones that they like it in here too, but not for the scenery. I really do love where I live. I didn't grow up here. I moved here I lived here twice. Permanently, I moved here in 2012, but I also lived up this way in North Ogden, a separate city from Ogden, way back in 2004, 2005, for a few months until I got divorced. So then I moved back to my home turf of Salt Lake City, or the general Salt Lake City area. I grew up in a little place called Taylorsville, which is a suburb of Salt Lake City. And it eventually became a city itself. And I grew up in suburbia. Someday I'd like to head down there and do a video about all the different places I lived. My childhood, as well as young adulthood, I guess. Anyway, we went up in there. We saw that already. So it's the same trail we came in on, just a different perspective. So beautiful. I still have no idea where that voice was coming from when I first got here. Maybe the woods are haunted. Listen to that silence. Except for the dogs and the doves. I wonder if I could get a picture of that. It's kind of a cool. Yeah, see, it's not the same. It's alright. What I'm seeing is so much better than what I'm photographing. I mentioned before, I post one picture a day on Instagram. I've already put that up here on the screen if you want to check it out. I used to do, I would take pictures through a whole camp out and post all the pictures at once. But I don't do that anymore. Okay, I hear voices and we are getting near the end of the trail. So thanks for joining me, guys, on this hike. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Hello. That guy did not want to talk to me.
Hey, you probably went into the bug area.
Yeah, we're back at the trail, so. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you in the next one.